Growing up, I came from a hard-working family. My parents both worked very hard to give us the things that we had. And so as soon as I could get a job, I was out working as much as I could so that I could have the nicest clothes and drive the nicest car. I thought having all those things would get people to like me and would make me feel better about myself. I'd given my life to the Lord right before high school, but it wasn't really until I was in my 20s that I had really given my life to the Lord, really started living for Him. And I had gotten involved in a church. I was helping lead worship. I had a life group, and I just found myself at church as much as I could, just really growing my relationship with the Lord. And then a Friday night last year, all the things I had thought about myself were challenged. I came home from work after working a night shift as a nurse, and to find just fire trucks and ambulances all over the place, and all these people out and just wrapped in blankets, and they had their dogs, and we're all just standing out in the yard, and I thought, what is going on? And so I pulled over and I saw the lady that lived next door to me, and she said, honey, there's been a fire, and it's bad.
More than a dozen families trying to find a place to live tonight after a fire ripped through their apartment building. 12 apartments destroyed, another 24 damaged at the Stonebridge apartment complex off of Heather Downs.
And I immediately just broke down, and I started thinking of all the things I had lost. I started going through every drawer and every cupboard and thinking of all the things that I felt were irreplaceable, and all the things that represented me and the things that made me happy. And so I pulled over to wait for my fiance to come, and at that moment I had this moment with God where I felt like a peace had just came over me, and I realized that here I was crying about all these things that I had lost, and that it was just me and God, and that's all I had. And I had this peace that God wasn't going to leave me, and that He would help me through this and help restore the life that I had. And so here I am, a year later, and now married, and now living in Columbus, and have a different job, and living life with all the things that I had before. And I look around and I think of all the people in Columbus, and I think about how much they need to know that God loves them also, beyond anything that they have, beyond anything that they can accomplish. And that's why we're here. That's why we're starting this church. And that's why we're asking you to join us.